Hello Ria Cult. Today I'm going to be telling you guys what on earth the plot is of my book. So basically it's just like 3 idiots who are also notorious criminals trying to kill this lady for cash. That's basically like the premise of the book, but like diving deeper into what actually happens is, okay, so we've got this guy called Amr, and he's just like famous for breaking into, okay, I don't know what I want to call it yet, like the something mahal, or like the place where the monarchy type people stay, you know, like he's famous, like a famous criminal for breaking into there. Editing me is here to say basically best way to support the video is to just watch it to the end, please. Thank you for being an arsonist and a theft king, but like even though he's meant to be the king of like theft, he also like has 0 stealth. Like my guy literally has fire hair and is literally like rides on a ball of fire, so he will literally, he just steals it in front of like people's face. So like he has wanted posters everywhere and everyone just like wow, this is meant to be like, yeah, so he has wanted posters everywhere and then he like signs his own wanted posters and then he just have people simping after him even though he's a criminal. But like, yeah, that's him. So he basically gets hired because he's like famous for doing like these 3 things by this person to kill the person they're trying to kill, who I'll get onto that later. So he's like, okay, like normally I'm not into like I'm not into the murder vibes, like I'd rather just steal a bunch of shit and then sell it. But my guy is like, okay, they're offering a lot of money and what we care about most, money. So he's like, okay, I also need someone who's like really good at espionage and is actually stealthy, like, and then I also need someone who's an actual assassin so we can actually kill. So then he finds the other 2 main characters, Juhi and Mahika, right? Because they both are like that. So like Juhi is espionage and she's actually stealthy and doesn't like scream whenever she's in the room, and then Mahika's like assassination icon, you know. And then the 3 of them basically are trying to just murder this person. Vibes. Yes, we love a murderous trio as the main characters who are meant to be rooting for. Let's go. It's because like Juhi and Mahika are the best in like their fields of like the best espionage like person, and then Mahika is also like a very like world renowned assassin. They're trying to kill this person called Sahana, and like she is like basically in the mahal. I mean, she works there as like a healer type person, but then the person who's hired them to kill her is like, also just to say 90% of the plot will probably change when the book is published, even though this is like 0 spoilers, but like 90% of the plot and characters are probably gonna be changed when the book is published anyway. This is just like so you can see the evolution, you know. But like, yeah, currently I feel like the person who's hired them is like the rival in the Ayurveda healing thing, so they want to kill Sahana because like she's got the clout, and then if she dies then the other person will be hired for the like monarchy people, you know. So that's like the reason the 3 MCs have been hired, and then obviously they're gonna do it because money, or like, well, the person hired Amr and then he hired the other 2 and then they're gonna split the cash, you know. But what happens is the 3 of them realize like later on that all 3 of the characters have some sort of connection to Sahana, like in their past, and then none of them know like each other's reason, and it's like, oh, something a bit sus is going on, you know, like what is their history with her, why are they so passionate about killing her? And like you could tell like they're not, okay, no, they definitely are doing it for the cash, you know, capitalistic bitches, let's go. But they're also like, I'm also doing it for another deeper reason that they're motivated for. And it's also like they have these secrets and these different layers to the plot, and it's like what is actually happening, what is going on, and there's so many questions and like the suspense, the tension, and it's like all 3 characters have like questions about the other characters that they don't know, but they're not gonna ask and be like, why is this happening? So as like the reader, you're just like, what is happening? I don't know. Also, you have this character called Bhavna, and she just like randomly turns up, start like in a blood-stained lehenga, like with short hair, which like in my book, like where it takes place, women don't have short hair, so they're like, why does she have short hair? Like, because like literally like no woman in existence, like in like the place where it's set, would have short hair, so that's sus. Also, why is she in like a really like rich looking like lehenga that's like basically means like Indian type dress thing? So like why is she wearing that as well? it's a bit sus. They're like, wow, that is so sus, like what's happening? And then she's also just covered in blood, and then she just randomly like turns up and starts attacking them, and they're like, what the fuck, why is this random person trying to attack us? So that's another thing to the plot, random lady trying to kill them. Love that. The main character three as a trio, their dynamics are literally immaculate. We love it. Honestly, major slay. Let's go. So this is me like editing it right now. I just want to say, like, if you have any questions about anything, because I was like, oh my gosh, the vibes are immaculate between them, and then I just didn't explain the vibes. But like I was like, I could explain the vibes, so the video is gonna be like 10 hours long. So instead, if you just have any questions about anything at all, comment it, and then I can make another video answering everyone's questions. Now I've explained basically the plot without spoiling anything, let's go into the characters. So yeah, obviously I've told you a bit about Amr. He basically is just honestly making shit up as he goes along and acting like he knows what he's doing, but he really doesn't. He's also the Riz master and has like a million simps simping after him in his wanted posters. He has like the most inflated ego in existence. We love a confident king. He's also insanely impulsive and will literally do anything, and he like keeps on changing the plan halfway through, and everyone else is just like, why the fuck are you changing the plan like a million times? We did not ask for this. He's just got the chaotic bisexual energy. Like, he's very arrogant. He actually has the skill set to back it up as well. I'm not saying he doesn't fail, because he literally does, but like he has the confident vibes, and like, yes. And honestly, king of sass, love him, slay. When I showed all my friends the pictures of all the characters, like I feel like the one people are simping after the most is Amr or Bovna, because they keep on thinking she's a man and being like he's a leg, and I'm like, that's not a man, like what? You can tell that something is up with his past. Something is going on. Why does he react a certain way around certain things? What is happening? What is his character arc? And then the other character's like, That's literally the characters around like literally every single thing ever. They're just like, all the characters are just sus of each other, because like obviously they're working together, but this is the first time they've met. So they're like, what is happening? Like, what is actually going on? They don't understand. Like, because like what is... And then as the book goes on, you find more and more information about the three main characters and what's actually their backstory and what's happening. So Amr is a very creative, like the way he uses... Okay, so basically I'll get into like the proper description of the like magic system, but like yeah, the way he uses his like, he has like fire magic, and the way he uses it is very slay and creative, because like he could just like shoot fire at people, but he does actually think of very inventive ways. So like, we stand a creative king, let's go. But like basically he just like steals a bunch of stuff from like before the actual book starts. He just like stole a bunch of stuff, like he kept on breaking into the mod and he kept on stealing a bunch of shit, and then would just leave and then go to his own like region. Okay, well, so basically my book takes... Okay, I think I'm gonna call it Burstan. Like that's the place where like that's like the country or whatever, but then like might change, you know. Basically literally everything is gonna change, but like yeah, he goes from there to like the place where he lives, which is like further up north, called Sonab, and then in there, that's where he like sells all of the stuff he's stolen. And then like, okay, all the different like regions have tea, and then it's also like north and south, and like I will get into that, into the world building later, or like if this takes too freaking long, I'll just make an entire video essay on it. We've got Juhi, honestly, mum friend, like cries 24/7. She's like cinnamon roll vibes, but like will kill you. Actually, at the start, like I think, okay, I'm not sure if I still want to do this, but she does have a phase where she's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to murder anyone, and then she's like, hold up, maybe I should murder, because like literally stuff is gonna happen. Like, she's insanely dramatic, fashion icon, slay. Hello, I've returned. I'm back again. You're welcome. Okay, so basically I think I was describing Juhi's character. So she is a queen, we love her. Like normally she doesn't like beef with the others, but when she says stuff that is sassy, it's a slay. Everyone shuts up, everyone is deceased. They're like, oh my gosh. We love an overdramatic queen, and also like her and Amr always like steal everything, and it's really funny because like there's this one scene where both of them just get kicked out of this place, and they're like, damn, and then Amr just looks at Juhi and he's like, how much did you steal? and then they both just empty their pockets. And they just stole a bunch of stuff, and it's really, really iconic, so we love that. But the thing is with Juhi is that she is like, at the start she's very, very pushover vibes, and then she doesn't have any boundaries, and she's just an incredibly nervous and awkward mess, which we love. But as the book goes on, she's still an incredibly awkward and nervous mess who is like wholesome, soft, sweet vibes. But she will also actually make boundaries and learn to communicate properly, which is actually a major slay character development. So that is a very iconic thing we do stand. But at the start, it's so funny because she literally would put others before her, but it would be to such an extreme extent. Like literally people would be like, she would nearly be on the verge of death, and then everyone else is kind of just chilling. And then like and then the others try to save her, and she's like, don't worry about me, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And then like everyone else is like, we can literally just save you, it's fine, like stop putting yourself last. I mean, stop putting yourself last. She has these like blobs of water that follow her around, which is like very cool, and she's besties with them, and they're just like vibing together, and it's like they can help her like carry stuff. Like she like, I don't know, I haven't sorted out the logistics yet, but their whole like sort of thing is very cool. Like depending on like when they bubble or when they fizz, it means something, and like they get angry and then they can like morph together and stuff like that. So that is very fun, except I haven't even decided all of the rules. But yeah, I think she's the only person out of all three of the main characters that is borderline a decent human. So I love that, like she actually has that going for her, except all three of them are quite bad at socially interacting with people, because Amara will just be like super arrogant and like, and then Juhi will just be nervous, and then Mihiko will literally just like sit there like and just ignore the other person. So all three of them are terrible at social interactions, which I mean, I love that for all three of them. But also she does like sometimes give off dramatic queen, fashion icon, rarity from My Little Pony energy, and then like that's when her sassy side shows, like once you get to actually properly know her. But then in the beginning, or when she meets new people, she is an emotional, nervous wreck, which I mean, slay. Also with Juhi, you can tell that something sus is going on. Like, what is her backstory? Why are there certain things about her? It's very confusing. Everyone's like, why is this, why is that, what is happening, what is going on? We are confused, we don't know, we need answers. And the other two characters are sus of her, and then she's sus with the other two characters, and then the other two characters are sus of each other. And it's like, instead of a love triangle, instead there's like just zero romance between the three casts, and instead it is a sus triangle. Like all three of them are just sus of each other, and they're like, why are you guys being so sus right now? Because that's actually basically just my book. Like, do we like love triangles? No, we have the sus triangle. Except it is an actual triangle, but like it goes both ways. Like triangle, like arrow, 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 and then everyone's just sus of everyone. That is the only triangle we need in fiction, not love triangles. Next we have Mihiko. They're just very like a savage. We'll like give you one-worded responses and just be like, and Juhi first meet them, like Mihiko literally just says nothing. Like the first time Mihiko smiles, they're like, the first time Mihiko laughs, they're like, because like Mihiko just has like trust issues. They're just like, but they are secretly soft. It's kind of like cat vibes, you know, slay. But they're also insanely salty. They are like more salty than all of the salt in the entire ocean. And like at the start of the book, they just like death stare everyone and don't say their insults out loud. But then as their character developments and as they get closer to the other MCs, they actually feel comfortable enough to insult the other MCs out loud. So that's the character development we need. It's just when we get Mihiko POV, we're seeing the insults, and it's like, ha, that's funny. Like they're just being really rude to the other two MCs. But then eventually they actually start saying the rude stuff to the other two MCs. So instead of the character development being like they're saying nice stuff, it's no, it goes from saying mean stuff in their head to saying mean stuff to the actual MCs. But that's how you know Mihiko likes you, when they say mean shit to your face. They just give off grumpy cat energy, and they slowly start having like platonic feelings for the other two main characters, and they're like, shit, I don't want this, because they have like trust issues from their past, and they're like, wow, I don't want to have any close friendships or any close like sort of like, by relationship I mean friendship specifically, with the other two characters, because they're like, oh no, what if they betray me, because that is what they fear. So they're trying to push the other two MCs away, but they're like, oh no, I guess I'm friends with them, I guess I care about them, dang it, I guess we're chosen family now, what the fuck. Oh yeah, like my book is literally morally grey, chosen family. inspired by Indian culture. It's got all of the cool stuff. It's also got a really cool magic system and world building, which I'll get onto later. It's got everything you want in a book. It has all the things, all of the things you want. It is perfection. It is beautiful. We love it. Slay. Literally so hard, slay, period. Okay. They are so savage. They are not just an assassin, they are an assassin. You have been assassinated. Okay. Next, let's introduce the creatures. So I've already told you about like the water drops, with Juhi's water drops. Next we have Og, who's like basically this massive ball of fire, and that like Amor is besties with, and they're both just vibing. But like literally, it's their friendship, or like I don't know, like it's so beautiful. Like they both just care about each other so much, and Og is just like savage, like insanely savage. Like she's very overprotective of Amor, and it's just wholesome. Like that is the energy we need, and I love that for them. Like they are an iconic duo, they are a chaotic duo. They both obviously care about each other a lot, and it's like Amor will literally talk to Og, and Og will literally understand and go like woo back, you know. Love it. And like and there's like more to the world building. Like the specific creature that Og is like represents the magic of the person that the creature has bonded with the most, which is why she is a ball of fire, which is just like, also I don't know about if she is a ball of fire or not. I mean, no, if she is a she or not. Honestly, everyone's gender is changing like 25 seconds. Like yeah, everyone's, I don't know, literally nothing I say, like this is like when the actual book is released, this is gonna be the remixed version. Everyone's gonna be like, damn, this is the OG pilot episode version. Next we've got Bhavna. Obviously I mentioned her before. She just randomly turned up. Honestly, okay, all I'm gonna say about her personality is when the MCs meet her, they're like, damn, sis is OP. Sis is also very like manic. She is just like threatening to like rip off different parts of their bodies and like saying the most savage shit while literally, and okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna stick with the bow and arrow or go for more of a Desi inspired weapon. We'll see. But like right now sis just has a bow and arrow, so that's what I'm gonna refer to. But it's like she knows the exact like veins and arteries in the body. She is a biochem maths girly. She knows where to like shoot the specific artery or vein in your neck, and then she can literally just kill you by looking at you, because her aim is so good. Literally she can just like shoot the, I'm pretty sure the first scene she's introduced in, she shoots Mickey cut in the neck and like blood is just spewing everywhere, and everyone's like, what the fuck is happening? And that's literally her introduction. And then she says some crazy shit like, if you guys, like she probably say something like, if you guys don't shut the fuck up, I will shoot worse than your neck, or something like that, something insane, or I guess I'll bring you up, or like she will threaten to do something crazy. But it's like the way she says it. She also gives fun savage vibes, which we love, a queen. But it's so funny. But there's a lot more to Bhavna that I'm not saying yet, but like it's really interesting. Oh my gosh. But like all I'm saying is like obviously the MC's first impression of her, random lady, OP, turns up, shoots one of the characters in the exact artery of their neck, blood is spewing everywhere, and they're like, what the hell? Like, and then she's just like laughing and being a fun savage, and they're like, what? Obviously all of these characters are very complex and nuanced. They all have backstories, they all have motivations, they all have different layers of the personality, like the layers of a cake, you know, like immaculate, deep, complex characters. But obviously as they're going to be introduced, I can't like analyze her entire character, because then spoilers, you guys are going to get spoiled, especially since there's so much intrigue between all of the characters. Like what are they going through, why are they going through this? And then obviously you have the whole sus triangle, and then also all three of them are sus of her. And then also let me talk about the villain for a bit, Sahana. So basically Sahana, like okay, so she starts off as an, like I wouldn't say villain, I'd be like more antagonist. Even though she is a villain, but more antagonist, because obviously the three MCs have been paid to kill Sahana. So I think that's literally all I'm gonna say about her. I mentioned other stuff about her at the beginning. I think that is enough, but there is a lot more to her. Except everyone's gender has changed like a million times. It's actually so bad. Like I'm too indecisive. Everyone's name has changed, everyone's gender has changed, everyone's everything has changed. Like what the hell? I remember one point where everyone was just blocks of ice. Like what? Slay. There's been so many different versions. editing Ria back for like the millionth time. But basically, okay, so basically I decided to cut out the part of the video where I'm just explaining the map and the world building apart from magic system. So I'm gonna explain the magic system, but I literally have not explained anything else. So if anyone wants to hear about the world building, comment it. And also I can actually make a video where like I'm making, because like the map I have is like really scruffily drawn and like not good, but like I can make a video where I actually like make out a whole proper map on a blank piece of like A3, A5, I don't know, but like a big white piece of paper, you know, and that'll be so fun. So like let me know, let's see. Oh my gosh, slay. Yes, is that something you would want? Is there anything else you would want? Then comment it. Thank you. Yes. The magic system is literally so cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so everyone has magic, right? And then everyone has a different type of magic. So I'm not sure about Mahika's magic yet. I'm still deciding. We shall see, because like it was like this one thing, but now like I'm changed my mind. So it's like I might change it in my draft, you know. So I'm just not gonna mention their magic. And then also with Bovna's magic, everyone's like not sure specifically. Like they kind of get the general idea of what her magic is, but because she's smart, she isn't telling them what her like specific like magic is. They aren't telling her what her specific magic is. Everyone's a bit sus, but like Juhi water, Amuru fire. It's a bit more detailed by that, but I'll get into that later. And then also Sahana, I'm kind of figuring it out as well, you know, we'll see. But like, yeah, so then let's say like Amuru uses fire. So like, let's say he just like blasts fire, right? Then after that, his body will like involuntarily do something to itself to contemplate. So his body, without him even trying, will just like break a finger. You know, so everyone on every page is literally just breaking fingers, bleeding out of their eyes, ripping off their entire hand, depending on the severity of the power. So that's why everyone's just getting injured in every scene. Like every page some bones are breaking, which is honestly a vibe, but like it is especially bad for Amuro, since my guy is so impulsive. He will just overuse all the magic and then literally die. So yeah, that's the magic system. It's actually so cool. It's actually so slay. It's actually so vibes. And it depends on how much magic you use, depends on how big the toll is. So it's like you can't use too much magic or you're literally gonna die. So that is the magic system. It's really cool. And like, yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna mention, even though there's literally so much more to say. But like, yeah, thank you so much for watching.